I'm Barbranda Lumpkins Walls, and I lost my cousin, Robert George Smith, in the Vietnam War. Robert is the first and only person that I knew personally who died in the war. He went over for his tour of duty in September of 1965, and he died on January 2nd, 1966, killed in South Vietnam. Even though I was just 8 years old when Robert died and he was 20, the day that we received the news as a family is just seared in my memory. I do remember going over to my aunt and uncle's house in Cleveland, Ohio, which is where I'm from, together with other family members to mourn Robert's death. And I remember that Robert had a fiancée named Mimi. And I don't recall if she was at the home at that time, but I just felt very sad that they would never get married or have children or anything. While we were at my aunt and uncle's home, newscaster came on the TV and announced that the casualties for that day in Vietnam. And among them were Robert George Smith of Cleveland, Ohio. And it was at that time that I really realized that he was gone. I mean, it was on the news and all, so that was it. And it was such a solemn occasion. Usually that home was filled with lots of laughter and food and fun. But everyone was pretty quiet and subdued, and I remember that very well. When the Vietnam Memorial was built, I went down to Washington, and I found his name on the wall. I believe I took a picture of it at that time, but then at that very moment I thought about a life that was taken, that Robert was gone, that he would never have children, he would never marry his fiancée, Mimi, and he was just gone from this earth, like so many of the other men and women whose names are on the wall. Today he's memorialized on panel 4E, line 52, and whenever I go to the wall and take visitors there, we always stop and find his name there. So that's my story about Robert.